All right, welcome back. We're back up. This is welcome back to the Oceania Apprentice Level 70 tournament. I am once again your co-host, Sergio85, and alongside me, the commentary booth is Yukina Meng for a match between Rhymes with Match and Kosu in another winners bracket match. And this is the final match of day one of the round 16, and we have an SV chart in the
Yeah.
warm-ups. That's something that we haven't seen in 17 in so long.
I
There's
was gonna say that actually.
barely anyone that starts SVs on 17 now on Osimania.
I was gonna say that actually. I have not seen an SV chart in 2 years in any 70 related tourney. That is nuts that I am seeing this right now.
But anyways, about the match, actually we have Rhymeside match here, which is, as far as I can remember, four, the number four seed in this tournament. Like, it has like a lot of nutty scores in a few in a handful of charts in this pool in particular, especially the ones that have an existing leaderboard. Looking at Sanctuary, and we have goes to one of the highest ranked players in the roster. But again, like as with a lot of things, rank doesn't really matter right now, especially in matches like this where the pools are going to be particularly easier than both of these players uh both of these players' peak skill, and like and pools like this are going to be rewarding tons of consistency, which if I am to say, Rhymes with Mash has like the bigger advantage consistency wise over Kosu. Rhymes with Mash really having fun with this SV chart, huh?
Yeah. Looks like Gosu failed or already failed halfway or quarter way, I guess.
Might be, yeah.
But that's kind of strange. That's what maybe it was client because like normally if you fail the chart it's like a few seconds before the map ends. So, yeah, but
Uh,
yeah, looks like
I think Kosu will be sending their warm up in a few as well, warm up their own. Anyways, honestly, like, at least this match is like one of those very open matches, if I'd say, because like at least for this level, like you're going to be seeing some consistency on both types of charting, like for both Rise and LNs. Like you're going to be seeing a lot of those, at least for these two players. I don't think there's like a certain split in skill set between these two, though. I I suppose Rhymes with Mash is heavily favored on the LN picks, and anything high accuracy dependent like the core jack pick, but that really depends on how strategies how will be going. Okay, so should be getting the second warm up in a few moments. Oh boy,
oh dear.
yeah, pretty this is a pretty nutty chart. This
Oh,
is hard.
I've heard you're a Neko hacker fan.
This chart is hard. This chart is hard.
That is true, but have did I hear that you're also a Neko hacker fan?
I will not confirm nor deny that.
All right, we
Anyways,
have our response.
yeah, this is definitely going to be harder than the pools overall. At least, even with the star rating, both of these players are not going to be that consistent, I would think. But Rise and Mash immediately showing some superiority here with that 90 mid 98% compared to Kosu's pretty rough start here. But yeah, I think Kosu is just getting those fingers warmed up, especially that as far as I know, they recently just got online, hence um this match actually getting delayed by a few minutes as a Rised match is dropping some of these accuracies. But anyways, since while both of these players are warming up, I guess it's time for me to mention that thanks to this tournament and Alter actually suggesting to use my Twitch channel, I am already a Twitch affiliate, so I guess I'm not going to be shilling for my own for stuff though. So if you guys want to subscribe, then yeah, feel free. But I'm not going to be shilling for it too much. Yeah, just had to mention that. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I,
I knew you saw that. I
yeah, yeah. I just saw my IRC client blink up, and yeah, I already knew. I already knew. Anyways, also finding a few more drops here, and this again, as I said, like at the beginning, this chart is hard. This chart is hard.
Yeah, this
We're
is like
looking
a
at it.
high-end 5 star at this point, you know. I don't even count this as 5 stars at all.
This is beyond grand finals, if I'm not mistaken. I would think this is like beyond grand finals for this tournament.
That kind of density is something that you'd not expect on a round of 16 warm-up, but you know, it's their freedom, you know.
Yeah,
I'm
I
surprised
mean,
Rhymes with Mash is
it's
able to get
their.
98. Yeah.
I mean, like I actually wait. Come to think about this, might be around grand finals for this tournament actually.
With this kind of density, yeah, I wouldn't argue with that. But like
I
looking
I
at
I,
Rhymes with
I have
Mash's
yet.
performance,
Mhm.
mhm,
Yeah, this is a really good performance from Ash. I have yet to play this start in full, and like looking at it now, I kind of regret stopping halfway. This seems like a very fun chart, but it's just hard.
people,
But yeah, actually, Royce is actually finding a few act drops in those staccato islands. But again, like especially with the start, like, not much bearing going into this match. Royce match actually hitting significantly later for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason, accuracy kind of drained on here. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Is Mash intentionally tanking the accuracy at the end?
I think so.
Because like they definitely like Mash can definitely hit those patterns at the end. I would and maintain act there.
Maybe it's either. Yeah, the only thing that comes into my mind is probably technical issues on the keyboard because sometimes RGB things do tend to get late or it tends to add latency on keyboards sometimes, but I'm not sure.
Mhm.
But I would
I
probably
mean,
agree to your
I,
statement
I
that he
I'm
tanked
I'm
the
banking
last.
on matches possibly just tanking it to not intimidate Gosu that much. Try not to give
Mm.
it away. But at least from what we see here in the commentary booth is that possibly match will be favored if this match actually does go the distance and goes to tiebreaker.
Go the
Anyway,
distance. I get that.
anyways, Mash will be banning LN1, and I think Kosu will be banning Voxel Adventure. So it appears that Kosu will be the one might be the one taking the lead on the LNs and the hybrids possibly, and then Mash is going to be favoring more of the um rice picks here. But again, like this pool in particular is easy enough, and both of these players are consistent. Should be consistent enough to be able to play like the entire pool just fine. Anyways, Kosu having the first pick here will be putting in Lancelot, and I think this is um, the first time we'll be seeing this pick as well on stream, unless this has been picked on a match that I wasn't able to commentate on.
And also, I do think that the point counter is not right. It's
Yeah,
yeah, it's kind of 0-1 right now. So I think the
yeah.
speedrun might
The
be
score
the best
score
way.
is currently 0-0. But anyway, so here we go. First chart here. Like Kosu not having a good start, which is not really a good sign here, especially that Mash is going to be relentless, especially with that accuracy. But Kosu should be able to recover here quickly, though.
Rhymes
But
with
again, like
Mash having a solid 99.66, but Kosu barely trying to get to the 99 accuracy. So far, no full combo breaks, so in terms of combo, both are on par with each other, but accuracy wise, looking at Rhymes with Mash, and I can already see that Rhymes with Mash having a better 320 distribution right here. Seeing the hit distribution. Rhymes with Mash already approaching 99.7, potential
uh,
990k.
yeah, very good thing here for Rhymes with Mash. Really, that accuracy advantage and Kosu finding the first drop of the match is not going to be helping them, considering the score gap between these two players, and this chart in particular being only 2 minutes long. As with most of the picks in this pool actually being short, so you cannot really afford committing any mistake at all. Kosu has to be careful here, trying to raise that accuracy as well. But at this point, you're going to start hoping that Rhymes with Mash finds a miss here somewhere, which I just don't see happening as they're destroying these stairs like very well controlled. Actually,
Yeah, and I
Kosu
saw a ghost step
finding
right there. I almost, I think Rhymes with Mash got a ghost step, but good thing it didn't hit the LN. But seeing here, Rhymes with Mash with a solid 99.64. Kosu, yeah, climbing the 99,
but
but
yeah,
also
like
still
though
decent score.
Gosu actually rushed the stair, which tanked their accuracy, which is something that you don't, which is something you'd actually see with like these lower stairs. There you go, Rise and Mash getting the first point on the board. Only 5 200s. Hmm,
A very, very clean score, if I do say so myself. For a high
very
BPM
strong score.
hybrid chart, that is a really good score.
Oh my goodness, Rise and Mash actually practiced the wrong 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 difficulty practice, huh?
Ah, so what have you been practicing then? The
Possibly the
four
last,
star?
possibly the last one.
The
Yeah.
last one, the 4-star one. All right. That's
Anyways, up next we have Marietta here. I mean, we've seen this pick in particular is starting to become a bit more popular. Just noting that there were a few test players during Maple selection that said that this is actually one of the harder picks in the one of the harder hybrid picks. But this appears that it is popular. Also, Mash. What is that act? Anyways, both of these players actually carrying pretty similar accuracies. Which is unlike what we saw on the first pick, but Kosu dropping themselves to 99.2 after the staccato LN stairs, which is not helping their case, right? And gives Rhymes with Mash some form of breathing room here. Kosu, like you'd notice like whenever these LN stair patterns actually happen, like you see Kosu dropping some of that accuracy, but is able to build up pretty be able to recover quickly, but that is not something that you'd want, especially with an opponent that is just pulling off a 99.7 accuracy. Both players still maintaining their full combo, so good signs for both. And I saw a 200 different coming from Kosu that is not going to be helping their case, but they're at 99.3. They're starting to get that score in the range of, in case Rhymes with Mash misses somewhere, then we can see Kosu snatching the lead. Like they're within striking distance, but the more Rhymes with Mash just stretches just increases in accuracy, it will become harder and harder for Kosu to do so. And we're all about to enter that point where there's going to be less. We're going to be entering that point where there are not going to be enough notes to hit the 400 combo cap as well. So both players need to be super careful and not miss now as we
Mash,
enter the
what
point.
are you doing? What is that accuracy? 99.73? 74 rather.
Yeah,
That's a
Rise and Mash.
991. What are you doing?
Rise and
That's a
Mash, like, yeah,
992.
we just trying to start. Yeah.
That is like a 992k score, if I presume. Oh my goodness.
Yep,
Yep.
992k.
That is a
Is
really,
this a V1
really.
double? Oh, it's not the V1.
Uh,
It's four 200s.
wow, that
Uh,
is a really good ratio,
that's a
though.
that's a really strong score. What the heck?
Yeah. Like, it's rare for us to see, like, an almost 1 is to 10 ratio on 7 key charts, but here we are. That is a really decent score. Yeah.
Anyways, now we're onto the best background of the pool. I think, considering what Kosu has just mentioned. Rice 3, I think.
Oh, Chupli. Ah. I have
Yeah,
not
but
seen this actually. What's
the
what?
the the chord jack chart in this pool.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting. If you mention the core jack pick, this is gonna be an accuracy race between the two.
I don't think it's going to be an accuracy race.
네. Tuesday?
It's going to be more of a consistency thing because like the last time this chart actually got picked, we saw some funny scores. Like, the first time this got picked, like we saw like 1:15 ratios, but like with like 20 misses or something like that.
Huh?
Yep, very good ratios, very bad miscount.
Oh, now I get it why. All right, that's a
Also,
really wow, very
yeah,
FS background.
Tuesday?
best background in the map pool. Yes. Anyways, here
Yes.
we go with the core jack pick Cupri. Like, if there's something that a lot of players need to be super careful, it was like the vocal jacks and like the anchors. And this chart in particular really likes to play with the spacebar. Like, there's like a lot of spacebar jacks here. So
The
players,
surprisingly accuracy is kind of slightly teeny tiny close. 0.03, assuming nothing goes wrong here. But
I
lead
mean,
is
we
on yeah, lead is really on solid for Rhymes with Mesh, but slightly, just one major 200 or one minor 200 might change everything on this at this point.
even the 300 regularly. Oh, Kosu finding the first drop, and that's not even helping them. Ryan Mash on the other hand, like, I guess finding some room to relax just a tad bit, but you don't really want to relax in a chart like this. Especially that now we're really seeing like some of that spacebar jack starting to kick in. Kosu recovering to 99.8. Yeah,
Oh
both players actually
yeah,
hitting that spacebar anchor. But anyways, like even with that though, like that one miss from Kosu is not going to be helping their case at all. Like that one miss is currently making the difference between these two players as we enter the final quarter of this chart where a lot of these decks start to become a bit more offensive, a bit more abrasive. But RhymesWithMash really being super consistent, Kosu finding yet another miss that is not going to be helping their case at all, and I think that might be a close deal unless RhymesWithMash finds a miss somewhere in this start or rushes a core jack. But they're super consistent right now. He's still getting a 99.9. Obviously, one of the best accuracies that we're going to be seeing in the entire roster. We're just waiting now on how many 300s this is going to be.
yeah, 997k. Let's
97?
see.
How
Is this gonna
many?
be less than 50?
Oh, 105. Oh,
105.
that's disgusting.
Yeah,
Even
yeah, yeah,
even
that is good.
even Kosu's accuracy is actually super good. Unfortunately, those three misses are not.
Had it not been
Unfortunately, the
for
three
the three
misses.
misses, that could be around yeah, 994 or 995 at best, assuming if if Kosu didn't miss. But yeah, would have been a great two-way FC in that case.
No, Ryan said Mash going for Oekaki, which is, I'd argue, one of the harder picks in this pool, aside from Decipher. This is our mixed rice pick. And when I say mixed rice, I definitely mean mixed rice. Like super technical patterns at the start. Like you're going to be seeing some pretty abrasive patterns until the very end. So yeah, even if you're the stronger player on paper, like you still have to be super careful. You still have to be careful on this. Anyways, here we go. Oekaki. Like if you caught it on OC chat just a bit earlier, Rise and Mash mentioned that they have to watch out for the grace notes. Uh, so yeah, they have to be like both of these players have to be super careful. And there you go, Kosu finding a dropper. It's a pretty messy drop as well overall. Already way below 99% aqua. Rise and Mash carried at 99.4. Hey, this chart is not easy to act. Like I guess normally for a lot of us, like we're going to be playing these like those grace notes like a chord, but then the song is actually slow enough that you have to play it legitimately to be able to act it properly. And we saw Kosu actually struggling to hit a lot of these patterns, which is not a good sign for them. Royce and Match doing very well, increasing their act to 99.5, even though the patterns got a bit got quite abrasive relative to what we had at the start. Now, as we enter the second half of the chart, like the patterns start to get a tad bit straightforward, but still very abrasive, still tricky, but hopefully should help both of the players gain some accuracy here. Kosu still below 99.7% in accuracy. I mean 98.7. Kosu needs a performance of their lives here, and that one miss is not going to be helping them. As Ryan said, Mash continuously increasing their accuracy, almost getting you at 99.6. Very phenomenal play here from Ryan said, Mash.
Yeah, considering it's a mixed bag of rice patterns. I'm quite surprised how Rhymes with Mash actually like get a really good accuracy on this one. 99.53, that's like a 984. How
Yeah, there you
even?
go.
That
And
is
that's still a very clean score.
from all these 4 points that Rhymes with Mash had, everything has been really clean scores. My goodness. Yeah. Match point for Rhymes with Mash. Forcing to
Kosu
tiebreaker. Forcing
Kose needs
tiebreaker if
to score 4 points though to force the tiebreaker first. But Kose needs to perform very well, like out of their minds. And oh no, Kosu picking Sanctuary, and this is not a good pick. If this is not a good pick, Kosu, I would think. Just fun fact: Rise and Mash is like a 994 on this on the rank leaderboards. So yeah, Kosen needs to be super careful here. Unless Kosen knows something that we don't. So yeah, Kosu. Oh, Rising Match actually surprisingly have a pretty bad start here.
Yeah, that is the first second of the map, so many things can still happen.
Kind of uncharacteristic here though from Mash. Um, yeah, Rise of Mash should be able to recover that quickly, and Gosu needs to gain as much accuracy as they could and try not to tank once the main meat of this chart arrives. And Rise of Mash already breathing, actually already ahead of Kosu. We're not even at the hardest part of this chart.
It looks like Koso is getting more 300s more than Mash as we approach the first half of the chart. And looking at Mash here, accuracy is recovering to 99.65, already approaching to 99.7. A
That's
potential,
that's a
another
disgusting
potential.
accuracy.
Yep, probably another potential 990k. Uh, Seeing here, as I think I did saw a cluster of 300s on Mash there. At the same time, Kosu also getting like 200s on that part.
Yeah,
So
more 200s as you said that.
looks like Rhymes with Mash still on a solid 99.67. And as the lead goes in favor for Mash right here, with already a zero point 0.5 accuracy gap or accuracy difference.
Yeah, and I think unless if something happens somewhere somehow, Rise of Mash will be grabbing their fifth point and advancing further in the winners bracket to the quarterfinals. This is not going to be Kosu's final match just yet. This is a winners bracket match, so Kosu will just be relegated to the losers bracket and will have to fight for their lives to stay in the tournament.
Will this be a 989 or a 990? Or it's so
It has
close
to
to
be
getting.
990, I would think.
At this point, it should be a 990 na.
Ah, there we go.
Barely a 990k, but still really nutty score for Rhymes with Mash. And what
Yeah,
is that
Rise with Mash.
ratio? That
Rise
ratio
with
is something else.
Rise with Mash just showing their dominance in showing absolute dominance in this match.
You know, albeit two-way FC, but still the accuracy and ratio goes superior for Mash right here, grabbing him the fifth point, giving this one a 5-0. Congratulations once again to Rhymes with Mash.
And that wraps up the first day of matches in the round of 16. We have quite a lot of matches left in the round. Going into Sunday. So we will be back in what? If my math is correct, we should be back at in 7 hours from now. We will be having Canos and Yellow Bad Beast battle each other for for a slot in the further in the losers bracket. So that is a losers bracket match indeed. And we'll take 4 hour break from then and be back again at 6 UTC for a match between Anby and Playboy Carti. Two interesting matches here to start out the second day of the round of 16 here. Again, congratulations to the winners of the matches for the first day. And we have quite a lot of action remaining in the weekend, so please stay tuned for that. So I guess it's time for us to wrap up here. This is our Q85 alongside with Yukina Meng here on MALT. See you guys tomorrow.